Good morning. How is everybody? Hope you're all doing really well today, whichever day you've chosen to do this. So I'm going to do a 15-minute, I hope, I'm going to stick to the clock, short practice that you can do either after you've been for a long walk or if you need a bit of a stretch out and before you do something else. So you can either do it, before something or after. All right, so come to a standing. Just ground through all 10 toes, the balls of your feet and the heels of your feet. So maybe rock forwards and back a few times. And just find that center point where you can feel really grounded so that you're not wobbling backwards, forwards, or side to side. You're just center. Good, then bring your hands by your sides. Let your shoulders roll up towards your ears and then back and rest down so that your chest is a little bit proud, your shoulders are back, but the tailbone is lengthened and your belly lightly hugging in. Just take a breath before we start to move. Breathing in fully through the nostrils, filling up the lungs all the way to the bottom so that the belly rises. And then exhaling, maybe sighing out. Let the shoulders relax a bit more. Let's do 2 more of those. Breathe in fully through the nostrils. And sigh out. Notice if your shoulders hunch up to your ears. Let them soften. 1 more. Inhale fully. Wonderful. Good. Bring your hands onto your hips and stand your feet a little bit wider if that feels more comfortable to you. And then just take some hip circles, moving out as far to the side as you can, as far forward and as far back. And let your shoulders kind of come with you if you like. You can make it a little bit more organic, moving forwards and back. Just finding a bit of motion in your hips and your shoulders. And then change direction. So just moving into those hips. It might be before you start to move in your day, or this might be a little bit of a stretch out afterwards. Just taking these circular movements into your pelvis, finding that mobility there. All right, come back to your center and then interlace your hands and press them away from you so that you round through the upper back, hug your belly in and look between and down towards your belly. So looking between your shoulders. Good, take a breath in and start to lengthen the arms up and taking this cat shape, reaching the arms up, looking up, or cow shape should I say, back bend. Exhale, round into the cat. This is the cat, looking towards your navel, pressing the hands away. Inhale, coming up. So a standing cat and cow. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen the tailbone down when you come to a back bend. Protect your low back. Exhale, 1 more time, round the back. Inhale, coming back up. Good, and release the hands. Bring the right arm up and over, and then lengthen over towards the left side. The left hand reaches down towards your left knee. Breathe in, come back to center, take the other direction. Right hand reaches down, left arm reaches up and over your ear. Good, 1 more time each way. Right arm up. This time turn and look underneath the right bicep towards the ceiling. Come back to the center and the other side. And do the same thing. Just reaching and looking up, turning your neck. Come back to the center. Bring both arms up to the ceiling and then start to bend your knees, rounding the back as you go a little bit. And then rest your belly towards your thighs. So your knees might be bent a lot and relax your neck. So wherever you are in your fold, your forward fold, you might be a bit straighter in the knees or you might be bent a lot. Just try and straighten the spine now. Bring the shoulder blades back towards each other and hold on to your opposite elbows and sway. Wonderful. Just feeling the sensation of being upside down for a moment or 2. And then release your hands onto the mat. You should be at the top of your mat, hopefully. And then step your right foot back and bring your right knee down. Come up to that low lunge Anjaneyasana. Interlace your hands and press them on the top of your thigh, so as though you're moving the flesh of your thigh away from your torso, creating a bit of space. And lengthen the body, the torso upwards, crown of the head reaching up. Good. So lightly engage your core here and lengthen your tailbone down. You'll feel the hip flexor on your right side really sort of engage but lengthen at the same time. And your bottom muscle on the right will start to sort of engage. Keep this space and then reach the right arm forwards. Bring the left arm forwards, and bring the right hand to the outside of that left knee, the front knee. And reach the left arm back and behind. And just find a twist as you look towards the fingertips. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then bring the hand to the low spine, the left hand to the low spine. Reach the right arm up. Maybe you look upwards if your balance is okay. If not, just keep looking down towards that front knee or wherever you feel comfortable. If you feel able to, perhaps taking a little bit of a back bend, but keep that hand on your sacrum, the low back. Good. Press into the big toe of the front foot. That will help your balance. And tucking the back toe will help you balance too. Then come back to the center. Release the right hand down and the left hand inside of that left knee, and heel toe, that left foot to the side. Good. And then maybe walk that right knee back a little bit so you're not on the kneecap, you're just off of the kneecap, and relax the toes down. Bring your hands, if you can, your left hand to the inside of that lower thigh, so the inside of the left thigh towards the knee, and just gently open up into the inner thighs. Breathing in, and you'll feel this in the other hip flexor, so in the right hip flexor at the front. And breathing out. Yeah, and then turning to look behind you. If you feel you want to, and it's accessible to your body this morning or this afternoon or whenever you're doing this, bend the knee, reach around and hold on to the foot. If it's not accessible to you, don't worry. Just keep that leg straight and keep turning and looking behind. If you've got hold of the foot, press the foot against the hand now. Get a bit of spaciousness in the shoulder. If you haven't got hold of the foot, maybe the arm reaches back a bit more, looking back towards the fingertips. Wonderful. And then release that. And then you're going to bring both hands down, and you're going to start to walk your hands, lifting up the back knee, to the middle of the mat. So I'm going to turn and face you now. So you're facing the middle of the mat in a forward fold. So let your toes be pigeon toes, i.e. the toes in, the heels out. And let yourself hang forwards towards the floor. Your head might not be anywhere near the floor, that's okay. As long as you're feeling that your back is okay and it's not hurting, and that you're lengthening the back of your hamstring. So you can always take a micro bend in those knees if you need to. Good. If you feel happy here, you can perhaps reach your arms behind you and interlace them. Squeeze the backs of the shoulder blades towards each other. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring the arms over towards the right foot and then turn your gaze towards the left. Take a moment, breathe in. And breathe out, change sides. Arms over to the left, look towards the right. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, then bring both hands down. All right, and then start to crawl your hands towards the back of the mat now, so that the right foot is forwards and the left knee's back, and then bring your left knee down. So you should have the opposite side, I hope, if I'm right. And then reach your arms up. We'll do it all on the other side. Reach the arms up into that low lunge Anjanasana first of all. Lengthen the tailbone down, and then bring the hands, interlace them on that thigh. Press the skin of the thigh away from you to get spaciousness between front thigh and your torso. Tailbone lengthens down. Good. Then reach the left arm forwards. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right arm forwards, and that right arm reaches back. Looking towards the fingertips if that feels okay in your body. Good. Breathe in. Keep lengthening the tailbone down. And then breathe out, bring the hand to the sacrum, the low back, and reach the left arm up. Either you stay here, hugging the belly in, lengthening the tailbone down, or you take a little bit of a back bend, but protect that low back by keeping your hand here. Engaging that left glute a little bit, maybe looking up, pressing into the big toe. Your back toes can be tucked if you prefer. If you did it on the other side, it's easier to balance, I know. And then relax. Bring that hand back down, both hands on the inside of that right foot, heel toe the right foot to the side. And then bring your hand to the inside of that right knee towards the thigh. Come on to the pinky toe edge of that right foot. I don't know if I said it on the other side. And relax the back toes. And then just find a nice sort of openness in that inner thigh on the right side. Good, and again, then reach the right arm up. If you like, staying here, or bending that left knee and bringing the heel towards the bottom and then pressing the foot against the hand. Only if you have the hand. If you don't have the foot and hand together, just reach back. It's fine, that's still just as good. Just go where your body feels able to. Never pushing it. And then release that. Bring both hands down and start to pivot again towards the center of the mat as you lift the back knee up. Good. And then again, come into this wide forward fold. So halfway lift to start, looking forwards. And exhale, fold. This time, walk your hands forwards a little bit. You might want blocks underneath your hands. If you've got them to hand, it's quite nice to have them underneath your hands to raise the ground up. That's all you're doing. And then let your head come between the upper shoulders, the upper arms, and let your bottom sink back a bit more. So you'll feel this a bit more in your bottom, a bit of a stretch all the way through the shoulders as well. Let the head just really relax. No need to hold any tension in the neck. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more inhale. And exhale. And turning all the way, coming halfway up. Hands come onto your hips, come all the way to standing. Good, and then turn your toes to face the front of the mat. It might be the left toe, the right toe, whichever it is. Step to the top of the mat. Come to standing. And just bring your hands to your sides. Take a moment to breathe in. And breathe out. Let's make our way down to the floor. So reach the arms up. Inhale here and then exhale, fold forwards. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Feet as wide as you need them as well. Breathe in. Let's take a halfway lift. And exhale. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. So this is the only down dog we're doing. See how it feels. Breathing in. And breathing out, bring your knees down, knees wide, toes together, and reach your arms forwards. Child's pose. Just find this child's pose to open into the hips a bit more. And breathe. Breathe into the space in the back of your body and in the shoulders. Good, and then slowly come back up to seated. Sit onto one side. And then reach your right leg out to the side. Left knee is bent, sole of the foot against the inner right thigh. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left bottom. Sweep your right arm up and find a little bit of a back bend. Breathe in here. And exhale, let's sit the bottom down. Reach the right hand to the right leg. Left arm up and over. Nice side bend. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Do that 2 more times. Sweeping up into this sort of half wild thing. And exhale, coming back, finding that side stretch. Good, inhale, press down, reach up, look up, and exhale, that side bend. Good, come back to center, and just walk your hands forwards into this forward fold, with your left knee bent, your right leg straight. So I'm relaxing my right toes, but you can make them more active if you like. That'll just feel a bit more intensity into the hamstring and the back of that right leg. And then come back to center. Switch legs, so bending the right knee, lengthening the left leg out to the side. Right hand behind you, press into that right hand as you lift, breathing in. And exhale, sit back down, left hand reaches to left leg, right arm over. Good, 2 more times. Finding a nice spaciousness in the front of the body, maybe looking back towards your left fingertips, pressing into the left foot as well as you come up. And then exhale, find that side bend. Good, and again, 1 more time. Breathing in, really expand through the lungs as you come back. And exhale, sitting back down, finding that side bend. Good, come back to center. And then reach your hands forwards, finding that fold again. So don't worry too much if your spine rounds right now, but just go easy and I don't want you to feel a pulling in your low back. And breathe with it. So just softly, maybe making the left toes active. Inhale. And breathe out. All right, come back up to the center. And straighten that right leg out. Bend the left knee so that it's on, the foot's on the outside of the right knee. And make sure that the right toes are active. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling, just lightly put it behind you. Lengthen the torso and then wrap the right arm around that left knee. And then interlace the hands. Inhale, grow tall, soften the belly, exhale, find that twist. So a twist looking over your left shoulder, the right toes are active. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhaling. And exhale. Come back to center. Lean back on your hands, straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, put the right foot on the outside of the left. Make sure that the left toes are active. Reach the right arm back and round, and the left arm just hugs that right knee in. Inhale, interlace the hands, grow tall in your body, soften the belly, and exhale. Twist from your thoracic spine and look over your right shoulder if you can. You'll feel this a lot in your glute muscles as well on the right side. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Unwind it. Coming to a seat. And just pausing here for a moment, reaching the arms up. Good. Then bring the right arm down, cross the left over it. Find eagle arms in an easy cross-legged or whichever comfortable position you find it easiest to sit in. Remember, sit on a block if you find that easiest. Just to stretch the backs of the shoulders before we close. Breathe in, closing the eyes, just feel the sensations in the back of the shoulders. Notice the difference between left and right. Notice if you're holding yourself up straight or if you're sagging your low back down towards the mat. See if you can lengthen. So you've got that tilt of the pelvis. Good. And then reach the arms out, cactus them this time, and change sides. So bring that left elbow underneath the right. So I'm not mirroring you today. It'll look like I'm doing the opposite side, but that's okay. Breathe in. Lift the elbows up. Maybe move the forearms forwards. Feel a bit more intensity and close the eyes. Just settle in. Inhaling. And exhale. Release the arms, just take one more cactus. Breathe in and breathe out, hands down. Roll the shoulders back and down again. Thank you for your practice. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.